Sex is not love. Dating is not love. Talking to someone 24 hours a day, 7 days a week is not love. Staying awake all night for someone is not love. Love is someone who sees your tough side and still chooses to love you. It's someone who does things for you when you can't. Someone who holds you and calms you when tears stream down your face. It's someone who expresses all the good things about you when all you see is bad. It's someone who makes sure you're okay. It's someone who thinks of you every night and every day. It's someone who is constantly devoted to you. That is what love is.
And when the bars are closed, I stumble my way home with someone I barely know. Please don't let me feel alone.
Hello you guys, it is Mark back with another video, and like I always say, don't be scared to fall because you may fall into a better situation. I like to feel like I'm a part of that better situation. You're already here, so you might as well subscribe. Without further ado, let's get into today's video. A lot of times, a lot of us can be stupid in love. When you mix a toxic environment with the love that you already feel for someone else, it can sometimes make you a bit delusional to what may be right in front of you. You know exactly what you should do, but for some reason your heart won't let you do it. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong about this person? What if these mistakes are all a part of the journey and the cycle continues until you're able to break it or you get hurt? When love first comes about, it can be the best feeling in the world. But the sad truth is, the true test of whether your love will stand the test of time is when the honeymoon phase is past. The honeymoon phase. It's the high of a new connection. Once the beginning interest fades, you're left with the person you've chosen.
One of the most dangerous things about a relationship is going through the honeymoon phase. Like the honeymoon phase, like it's awesome because it's like, all right, cool, like you all happy and giddy and shit to be with that person or whatever, but it's bad at the same time because it's like you ignore all the red flags during the honeymoon phase. Like everything that every little thing and everything like that could be big or whatever to you, you ignore that shit whenever you with that person because of the honeymoon phase. And you like glaze over all the bad shit. And it don't necessarily have to be bad shit like far as like what that person doing is like actually like considered a bad thing to other people, but it could be something small to you that you deem is like something like that you don't like, but you didn't notice it and you sat there and put up with it because you was in that honeymoon phase. And then once the honeymoon phase wore off and now you sitting there and you like, you know, I actually really don't like this, you know what I'm saying? And then now when you bring it up and shit, now it's a problem. And when you bring it up and it's a problem, now it's like, oh, well, you didn't have an issue with it before. You didn't have an issue with it before because you was in the honeymoon phase. And then now you can't sit there and be mad at that person for feeling a way about you feeling a way towards that because that was something that you was cool with that you didn't let be known in the beginning before that honeymoon phase really kicked in, and you should have, but you ignored it because you was in the honeymoon phase. So now you got that person looking at you like, well, what the fuck? Like you should have let me know that you had an issue with this beforehand because this is who I am. This is the type of person I am. And now that you out of the honeymoon phase and shit, now you sitting there and you like, damn, maybe this isn't gonna work. But by this point, after the honeymoon phase, you're already like 3-4 months into the relationship now. And now you having an issue about whatever it is that you didn't like that your partner was doing. Your partner in return is now having an issue with you because now they're like, well, damn, why don't you like this when you liked it before? And if you didn't like it, you should have said something. So like, that's why I be telling people all the time or whatever. I'd be like, look, you gotta like wait about 3 to 4 months after y'all get in a relationship to really start picking up on shit or paying attention to that shit, because it's like 3 or 4 months after a relationship, that's when the mask come off. That's like the 90-day mask is what they call it, whatever. So it's like, that's when you really gotta start peeping shit. Because after about 3 to 4 months, that's when you actually get to know like that person for real in detail, as far as how they actually are, because now you're really paying attention to all the signs and shit. So yeah, that honeymoon phase, that really will fuck everything up. And you be like, damn, now it's time wasted. And you're like, you know, I actually really didn't like this person like that. I was just all happy and shit to be in a relationship. Now I gotta start over.
Acts of true love come after the honeymoon phase has passed and now becomes both of you's responsibility. Figure out how you're going to move forward in this relationship and see if the expectations that they have placed actually match up to who they actually are. One-sided love. No one ever really talks about this, but it really is the thing. To be in love with someone that you can never be with. And even after you walk away, you're still dealt the pain of having to forget. It's your burden to carry. It's your feelings to unpack. It's your heart to fix. A lot of people don't see themselves being with you, but they see themselves experiencing you. And it sometimes can get a bit confusing on how to judge if this person has good intentions or if they don't have good intentions. And if you're someone who shows up with good intentions, you may find yourself connecting with people who don't have good intentions from the beginning. And you may wonder why.
People cheat because they want to experience different varieties of the same person. Love is boring to them. Some people are addicted to pain. It is what it is. Like, for the people who genuinely want love, you're only going to find that when you are authentic to yourself. People can tell when you're not being authentic to yourself and you're identifying as someone else. Like, the relationships die off after the honeymoon phase, and the honeymoon phase is filled with lust and love bombing. It's when you're doing a lot of, sex, and you're telling this person that you love them, and you're giving them the most energy because it's exciting. It's not love if the person gets bored of you after the honeymoon phase. You didn't meet your person. That's not your person. So that's why they cheat, to experience different varieties of the same person, because you're not their person. You know people personally that have been married for a very long time, that's been in love. You can tell when people are actually in love. They look no different than how they did years ago. They're literally the same person. You would think, oh, they would get bored of that. They will never get tired of their person. It don't matter if they eat the same foods, they do the same positions, they live the same life, they met their match. This is somebody that you're going to marry, have children with, live with for the rest of your life, or whatever the case may be. People don't want that. They get bored of that. They don't want to have to see the same person every single day. That is lust. And that is okay for some people. And people don't want to realize that. And I wish that we stop throwing around this love word, because that's not love. When you feel like you are like settling and stuff like that, that's not love. You should be excited to tell the world, this is my person. And it's okay for you to love someone, but that person not love you back. It's okay to realize that, but it's not okay to stay in that, because eventually it will eat you up. And I know you're wondering, okay, well, what about you? I've experienced love and I messed it up because I was too hurt. And that person was completely different than my types, if that's my person. But that was the first time I experienced love. And I wasn't paranoid. I wasn't, thinking, oh, they might cheat on me, or I wasn't doing too much to try to get their attention. I was myself. I literally went right back to being myself, because before I loved somebody who didn't love me, and I started to lose myself. I started to become a completely different person. And then when I got with someone who loved me, I went right back to being myself, and they supported every single thing I did. That was the first time people came up to me and was like, oh, y'all are relationship goals. I literally woke up one day and was like, wow, I never thought that I would experience this. That's how you know that you might have met your person, when people start saying, oh, y'all are relationship goals, when y'all are just two people in a relationship.
The honeymoon phase is actually pretty normal. It's very normal for the honeymoon phase to come in the beginning, and as time goes by, you guys become a bit complacent or used to one another, and suddenly that interest that you once had in the beginning starts to slowly fade. A lot of people will mistake this moment for a moment of lost interest, but no, it's just time for you to reevaluate and take in all of the things that you've learned and craft this relationship into a different direction. Hopefully it is real love and can stand the test of time. But we have to be realistic. Sometimes we don't always get it right. Sometimes people aren't always honest, which can leave you sometimes feeling stupid in love. Let's not be mistaken about the honeymoon phase. Just because in the beginning you have all of this dopamine, you have all of this excitement for this new connection, it doesn't mean that you should lower your expectations. Even in the beginning, you should be very intentional about the love that you want from someone, so you can make sure that you're showing up in this relationship as authentic as possible, but also make sure that you're keeping the boundaries in place. The relationship can begin to not even serve your needs. It's nothing to honestly be upset about. We've all kind of been there where we've been stupid in love. Like anything that takes up a good portion of your time, it's going to take a good amount of dedication towards that relationship to keep it constantly flowing. And it takes effort from both parties, not just one or the other. It takes effort from both. I think that when you're involved in love and you give your heart to someone, at some point you will feel stupid in love, or you will be stupid in love. And it's nothing to be embarrassed about. It's something that all of us will experience. The solution is, if you want to stop this cycle, I think you should be more intentional about the things that you want from new connections in the beginning. Don't lower your expectations in the beginning because you like the feeling of having someone around. It's important to always have those important conversations in the beginning, the middle, and the end. It's not crazy to discuss marriage within new connections. It feels uncomfortable, but it is also necessary so that you can know that you and your person have the same exact vision. And a lot of people don't want to have those type of conversations in the beginning because they don't want to feel like they're rushing. But these conversations are important and are necessary so that you can know that you're investing your time into places that make sense for you and so that it can make sense for them as well. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. If you like this type of content, if you like my advice, please give it a subscribe and a like and drop a comment down below and tell me what you think about being stupid in love. Have you ever been through something like this? I'm pretty sure you have. And that's pretty much all I have for you guys today. I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like. I'm so tired. I don't understand. I'm high. Don't forget to subscribe and actually follow me on all of my social media platforms. They are all exactly the same. We upload videos every week, weekly. I'm trying to get to 2 videos a week. Be patient with me. But also, too, let me know what you guys want to see down below from the channel. And as always, I will definitely see you guys in the next video. And don't forget to stay honest. Bye, guys. You're not heavy.